Hey YouTubers, it's Body Talk here again. I'm here to talk about a subject that a lot of people have been wanting me to talk about. Steroids. And a lot of my friends who are starting to work out now, they've seen my progress. Even though I've been working out off and on ever since I was 14, I'm 24 now. I just, like a year ago, just recently started to consider getting competitive in it. I want to do the natural bodybuilding. I got a lot of my friends who want to get there faster and want to take steroids but don't know much about it, so they've asked me to do a video, so here's the video. The truth about anabolic steroids, everybody. Here we go. Steroids, now depending on who you talk to, what physician, I'm not a doctor, a physician or anything, this is just, I just happen to know some about this subject that I can speculate on, and here is what I've determined. Basically, steroids, yes, there are pros and there are cons. And the real question is, do the pros outweigh the cons? Now, in my opinion, no, they don't. The pros of steroids: they make you stronger, they make you faster, they help you recover faster, you get bigger faster, they help you look rock hard, solid, they shred fat. I mean, the only way, see, in bodybuilding, you can't gain muscle and gain weight without gaining some fat. It's just not going to happen. Steroids allow you to gain that weight without gaining fat, and it helps shred fat. It does. Those are the pros, okay? Here are the side effects that you could experience. Now, there isn't a lot of studies done on the long-term effect of steroids simply because it's really hard to do those studies. You can't keep a guy in a weight room for 10 years and have him lift 10 years on steroids and see how his body reacts. The only studies really ever done are short-term studies. Now, in the short-term studies, you get your common things. A little spittle there. Here are common things such as hair gain. You get hairy back, hair in places you never had hair before. There's some acne, facial and body-wise. You have it on your back, your chest. I see people break out in their thighs from it. Now, the thing that is hard to determine is the so-called roid rage. Now, in my opinion, from what I've read and from what I've heard from people actually using steroids and people that I know using, roid rage, it really all depends on the person. Now, steroids are going to make you more of what you naturally are. So if you're an asshole and you take steroids, it's going to make you more of an asshole. And this, I'm taking this off of a guy who I seen in a documentary. This is how he put it, and he put it in the best terms. If you're an asshole, it makes you more of an asshole. If you're narcissistic, it makes you more narcissistic. Narcissistic meaning conceited. You start becoming more into yourself. You look in the mirror more than you really need to. So if you're an aggressive, angry person and you're taking steroids, you're probably going to experience roid rage. But then again, you could be a lighthearted individual and take steroids. But here's the thing, it's the overuse of it that really creates the roid rage. If you're piling in steroids and you're taking more than the recommended shots a week and you're stacking and you're not used to it and it's your first time, it's going to affect your hormone levels, which will affect your moods. You will have mood swings. One minute you might feel like you're on top of the world. The next minute you might feel like shit. The fact of the matter is it really all depends on the person. There's no real clear-cut answer if that is true or not. It's true for some, it's not true for others. Other side effects. It can cause enlarged hearts. Now, your heart is a muscle, and I want you to think about this. You're working out your muscles, you're taking steroids, you're assuming that they're just enlarging the muscles that you want the steroids to enlarge. But in all actuality, there is a chance that you can have your heart can start growing large, and that is very dangerous, having an overgrown heart. You will die from that. But there's no really way of determining. See, that's the thing about steroids. There's no way of determining if these are going to happen to you or not. It really is basically you're playing Russian roulette, is basically what you're doing. There's people that say you can do it safely, maybe, but if you have an addictive personality and like what you see happening to your body, such as myself, I'm the type of person that would take more and more and more of it until, I screwed up. And not to mention, these people on steroids, they're in a vicious cycle, okay? They're not going to go from weighing 325 pounds, bench pressing 650, 700, and squatting 800, 900 pounds, deadlifting 1,000 pounds, from when they get off of steroids and they're trying to get off of steroids permanently, dropping all the way down to 220, losing 100 pounds in their squat and deadlift and bench press. They're not going to do that. That would cause extreme depression for these type of guys. They're going to keep taking them until one of two things happen. Either they take them for the rest of their life and they don't really see any side effects, or they take them so long that they end up heart attacks, tumors, blood clots. There's a lot of diseases that you can get just from shooting up the steroids. And people go, well, why not? All right, well, I won't shoot them up. I'll just take the edibles, the pills. The thing about the pills is that they're worse than the injectables because they store in your liver. They really stress out your liver and kidneys because that's what has to process the steroids to enter them into your bloodstream. So it's really a catch-22. Yeah, they're going to make you look great, but you could have danger brewing in your body. That's basically my opinion. I'll see you all later. This was Body Talk. This is my second video. Hope you YouTube viewers like it. And, like me and make as many comments as you want. Deuces.